We talk a lot on Dateable about being present in dating, but let's be real. That's hard when your phone is basically a third wheel. Enter Brick. Brick is a simple device that helps you put your phone down when you actually want to be in the moment. You just pair your phone to Brick and it locks you out of distracting apps, and suddenly you're not doom scrolling while your date is telling a story about their childhood dog. Whether you're on a first date, having a real conversation, or just trying to stop checking your phone every 30 seconds, Brick creates boundaries with your tech without asking you to delete everything or go full digital detox. Dating is about connection, not notifications. So if you want to be more present and honestly more attractive, check out Brick. Go to getbrick.app/dateable to get 10% off. That's getbrick.app/DATEABLE to get 10% off. We are huge proponents of therapy, but sometimes it isn't the whole answer. Talkiatry gives you access to real psychiatric care with licensed clinicians who can diagnose and prescribe medication if it's right for you. Talkiatry is a 100% online psychiatry practice that provides comprehensive evaluations, diagnosis, and ongoing medication management for conditions like ADHD, anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, OCD, PTSD, insomnia, and more. Unlike therapy-only apps, Talkiatry is psychiatry. That means you're seeing a medical provider who can diagnose mental health conditions and prescribe medications when it's appropriate. All their 600 plus clinicians are in network with major insurers, so you can use your existing insurance instead of paying monthly subscriptions or out-of-network fees. Head to talkiatry.com/dateable and complete the short assessment to get matched with an in-network psychiatrist in just a few minutes. That's talkiatry.com/DATEABLE to get matched in minutes. Can we just talk about how the advice of just believe in yourself is the most useless advice ever? Hey, it's UA back for another quickie. And did you know that when someone tells you to change a belief or your belief system, your brain goes into panic mode and your nervous system goes, nope, that feels unsafe. That feels untrue. And it actually looks for evidence against whatever this new belief that you want. The point is, beliefs don't change through commands. They change through proof. I was reading this post by Nir Eyal. If you don't follow him, you should. He is the author of the best-selling book Hooked, and he has many other books as well. But he had this post that said, your brain doesn't run on motivation. It runs on evidence. It doesn't care how confident you feel. It cares about proof you've done hard things before. So your brain, its job is to keep you safe, and it's constantly looking for evidence to feed into your safety. So if there's this new belief coming in, it threatens your safety, and then your brain looks for evidence against it. When you tell the brain something you don't believe, it immediately scans for contradictions. For example, I want to believe that I am lovable. If you don't actually believe that right now, your brain is going to say, are you though? Remember that time? And then this starts giving you evidence of how maybe you weren't lovable, like a rejection text that you got before or someone telling you that they didn't want to be with you. Then you start doing the opposite. You start feeling even more on the opposite of this new belief. So your brain is constantly looking for evidence. And what Nir Eyal is trying to say is, when you collect the evidence, that's what shapes the belief. Don't start with the belief, start with the evidence. So beliefs are not these thoughts, they're conclusions. We're kind of putting the cart before the horse when we say, well, just believe in yourself. No, collect evidence of why you should believe in yourself. And the evidence can be collected from past experiences, repeated patterns, and what you see modeled around you. So one example is if you want to believe that good relationships exist out there, and I know that in this wild time in our world right now, it's hard to see the good sometimes. Just saying, oh, good relationships exist out there and I will be in one day is not good enough, because you're going to go on social media, you're going to turn on the news, and you're going to see all this crap. Like the other day, I saw this report of how more people are poisoning their spouses with chemicals. Like this is a trend. So then your brain starts collecting all this evidence, right? Now, to take control of this, and you really want to believe that healthy relationships exist, you can Start looking for evidence from past experiences. Have you had healthy relationships? Well, I've certainly had healthy relationships. Maybe they didn't last, but doesn't mean that they were healthy when they were in existence. Also look for repeated patterns. Look for the good people that you've encountered, the good people that you've dated, even if they were flings. And then look for the good of what's been modeled around you. I hope we all have good examples of a healthy relationship around us. Although my parents did not have the healthiest of relationships when they were younger, they certainly have a relationship that I look up to now. So I'm constantly modeling myself after them. And then look at the couples around you. Is there a couple that you really admire? Is there a couple on TV maybe that you really admire? It doesn't have to be a couple that you already know. Just collecting that evidence will spark that seed in your brain so that eventually it gets in the habit of collecting more evidence. The key here is your brain doesn't need motivation. It needs receipts. It needs to see. It needs to believe it itself for you to really embody this belief. So how does this translate to every day? If you're like, okay, I'm going to collect evidence. Yes, that's it. I think the challenge for all of us is to get in this habit of evidence collection. Maybe you have your affirmations in the morning. Maybe some of you have a meditation practice or a mindfulness practice. Great. As part of that practice, collect receipts. Collect that evidence. When I do my 15-minute walks with my dog in the morning, I collect receipts. I start thinking about, like, for example, this morning, I wanted to believe that I'm just going to get healthier with midlife. I'm just going to be in the best shape possible as I approach even my 50s. So I start collecting receipts. I follow these accounts of 50-plus-year-old women who are just killing it. I am, really collecting evidence of my neighbors who are in that age, who are also so healthy and active and youthful. So that is my practice now. Every morning when I walk my dog, whatever that new belief is that I want to have, I start collecting evidence. You can't force a belief to be changed. You can't force a belief to be embodied, but you can start collecting data because those are facts. Your brain, or at least facts in your reality, and your brain likes that. It likes to be fed on this data collection. So again, is there a personal history that you can really see patterns from? What about current relationships or any external proof of people around you or the environment that you're in? We're not doing this to lie to ourselves. I think sometimes why vision boarding or manifesting is really difficult for many of us is because you don't believe it yet. So it feels forced. It feels fake. It feels like you're lying to yourself. And it kind of feels like, I'll fake it till I make it. I think there's some truth in that. Like, you kind of have to step into that world to change or to make that shift. But the action then now is to collect the evidence. And the evidence will make you feel more of a believer in this new belief system. And so that you no longer feel like you are faking it or that you're lying to yourself and that you don't have this imposter syndrome anymore. Because the more evidence you collect, the more evidence you have for your case. So I invite you all to a daily challenge. Pick one belief that you want to shift and every day collect 3 pieces of evidence to support that belief. Your examples of beliefs could be around love, could be around being chosen, being enough, having emotional safety, seeing healthy relationships, knowing healthy relationships exist and that you can also be in one. And understanding that this evidence collection is part of the process of changing your belief system. So I don't think I can say this enough. You don't need to be forced into believing something just by saying that, go believe in yourself, you got it, is not enough because your brain will find evidence against it. The only way around this is to collect evidence for it. And in order to do that, you have to be intentional and purposeful about it. So why not give this a try for 1 week, do this evidence collection, and keep us updated about all the evidence that you've collected. You can do that by giving us a rating and review in Apple Podcasts. In the body of the review, you can tell us, what is this evidence that you've been collecting?
Finding a hoodie that lasts through the season can be tough. The American Giant Classic Full Zip hoodie is made to last a lifetime, so you can count on it year after year. The iconic Classic Full Zip hoodie is the jacket that started it all for American Giant. Custom heavyweight fleece and side panels for mobility make it the best hoodie ever. Every American Giant piece is made in America and designed to last. No exceptions. The result is durable clothing, like the premium Slub Crew Tee, No BS high-rise pant, and slim roughneck pant that become part of your life. Snag the hoodie that will bring you comfort for life. The American Giant Classic Full Zip. Save 20% off your first order at american-giant.com when you use code STAPLE20 at checkout.